Hey guys, today we are going to do something completely new. I'm doing this from scratch. I just kind of had the idea for it, and I'm going to see if it all comes together like it does in my head. It's going to be a smoked turkey sausage and shrimp Cajun gumbo over white rice. It's really easy to make. It's a two-step process. We're going to start out by smoking our sausage. I've got 2 containers of it, and we're going to do these low and slow for a couple hours. I'm going to use peach wood. Real easy, we're just going to set them out there and forget them for a couple hours. That's all it's going to take. We want these kind of on the dry side. We want them to firm up and soak up all that smoky flavor. And we're going to be able to slice them pretty thin after they're done. And they're just going to go in the pot basically. I have 4 packs of these large raw shrimp. They are peeled and deveined, so they just have the tail on them. Haven't decided if I'm going to take the tail off before or after. You get a little bit of more flavor if you cook them with the tail on, but then it's kind of a pain in the butt to take the tails off when they're hot. So I'll probably do it before. I usually do that. I have 4 containers of the fat-free, low-sodium chicken broth, 4 cans of diced tomatoes and green chilies for a little extra kick there, 4 cans of reduced sodium kidney beans. You can tell this is a total HLO video. There is no additional salt going in here. Everything is sodium reduced. You don't need it. We've got tons of beautiful spices going in. I have 6 green bell peppers. They were kind of on the small side. If you can get them real big, you can get away with 4. But we're just going to do a fine chop on those, and some pepper, some onion powder, and then all of our flavor comes in this little bottle right here. This is liquid extract for Cajun shrimp and crab boil. Very hot, there's no salt in it. It's all good spices. It's that beautiful Cajun flavor. Let's see what's in here. Water, polysorbate 80, I think that's like a thickener, not sure. Extracts of red peppers, bay, clove, black pepper, thyme, marjoram, and artificial spice flavors. So basically it's a vinegar base. It gives you that snap and that heat. It is hot. I mean, it's meant to be used as a boil and then you drain it. But I like my stuff have a nice kick. And this is going to make like 2.5 gallons worth, so not a problem using that whole little thing in there. If you can't find this by your seafood section, if your store doesn't have one, look by the spices. You'll usually find it in there. And that's about it. So I'm going to go out, kick up the smoker, put some peach wood on, get our sausage going, and then it's just a matter of sauteing the peppers and dumping everything in. The shrimp cooks very quickly, and we just add the sausage and just spoon it over some rice. Should be it. Real easy. Let's go. Okay, got the coals going here. Sausage is ready to go on. I got half and half of sweet, that's the bottom ones, and the, what they call spicy. It doesn't really matter which one to use. In this case, it was just the last 2 packages of turkey sausage they had in the store. They taste about the same. There's no sweetness and there's no spice. It's a very subtle difference. So these are going to go on opposite the coals, and then I have some pecan wood here. And you can soak the chips if you want to. I find it really doesn't make that much of a difference. The only difference between using these little chips and the larger chunks is I'll have to replenish these chips every half hour, 45 minutes or so. So throw on a handful, whereas the chunks will be good for about an hour. But soaking doesn't really do much to produce any more smoke. So let's go ahead and get these on and get some wood on. There's 5 handfuls there to start it, so I'm going to throw the lid on with the vents about 1/3 open and let those go for a couple hours. Our sausages are almost done. First step here in the kitchen is going to be to chop up our green onions. We're going to saute them with just a little bit of olive oil and some garlic. I forgot to show you that. Just a few cloves worth. Ooh, man. It's about time I got another one of these. I did a nice 5-minute saute here. Got the green peppers firmed up, most of the moisture driven out. Starting to smell the garlic. So now I'm going to go ahead and put in the beans and the tomatoes and chilies. And I did do a drain on the beans, just dump it out, use the lid to dump out most of the liquid into the sink. And we're going to put in our 4 jugs of chicken broth. Now with all the main ingredients in, bring it up to a boil. And we're going to put in our spices. I've got a couple tablespoons of fresh ground black pepper and a couple tablespoons of onion powder. Plus our Cajun spices. Pour that in there. Now I'm going to go out and get the sausage, and that's just going to get a thin slice and go right into the pot. That That is some beautiful looking turkey sausage, baby. Smells good. See, this is why I smoked it first. We can cut them into these nice little thin slices. You can't do this before you smoke it because the turkey squishes out all over the place. It's not like beef or pork. It's a pretty soft meat until you cook it. But now it's very easy to slice. Of course, you need a real good sharp knife to do it still, but it'll go right through that casing and stay nice and bite-sized. That's perfect. So I'm going to do the rest of these and get them into the pot. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes. We're finally at a boil. This did take quite a bit of time here. It's about 2 gallons worth in there, so it did have to heat up. Now we're going to put in the shrimp. The sausage, of course, it's already cooked. It doesn't need to do anything. The vegetables are going to get a little soft. The shrimp are going to cook in just a few minutes. As soon as I put them in here, we're going to come down to a simmer. And that just needs to sit for about a half an hour. This is just to let the spices soak into the meat and the shrimp. And that's all we need to do. And believe me, this is going to be better tomorrow. Alright, so that's that. I only had to stir it a little bit while it was coming to a boil there. There was enough liquid where I didn't have to worry about anything burning. But even so, keep an eye on it. It does take a while. And of course, you can cut this recipe by half or quarter very easily, but you know me, I cook for a week or so at a time. So I do big batches, because if I'm going to take the time to cook, especially if I'm going to make a video, I'm going to make it count. So, it's 6:30 now. We'll come back just after 7, and we'll be ready to plate it up over some rice. Alright, we are simmered, cooked, and ready to rock and roll. House smells so good right now. All those Cajun spices cooking in there. Got the shrimp, beans, green peppers, sausage. Alright, let's get this going. Got some rice here, and it's just Uncle Ben's original little microwave pack. Really good. Nice big spoonful of stuff. Oh yeah, that looks good. Put some of this delicious broth over it. Get some of the tomatoes, garlic and chili peppers. I'm going to have to get a bigger ladle. Oh, it smells so good. Can't wait to dig in. A little more here to coat the rice. There we go. Beautiful. Let's give it a taste. Some of the peppers. Grab one of the sausage here. Woo! Beautiful flavor. Definitely has a kick. It's not too bad. I mean, my wife would hate it, but I love it. Now, if you don't love it, it's super hot. You know, just put in a half a bottle or a quarter of the bottle. Tone it way down. But it's nice. It's a building heat. Alright, well, I am going to enjoy dinner. It is now 7:30. I'll let it simmer a little bit extra here. It's in the middle of a project. And I am going to have dinner. Enjoy, guys. This one is simple, really good if you like anything Cajun, and really healthy. Good for you. See you next time.